In this video, I want to walk you through how to import an Excel spreadsheet. First of all, I want to talk a bit about how the spreadsheet needs to be set up before we can actually import it into IDEA. In order to import an Excel spreadsheet into IDEA, the Excel spreadsheet must first be formatted properly. These are a few rules you have to follow. First of all, it has to be in a table format, so it has to be a block of rows and columns. The first row of the table needs to either be the field names or contains data, so it can't be blank. All columns that contain both the text and numeric data has to be formatted as text. All numeric columns that contain a fixed number of decimals must be the same number of decimals. So you can't have one cell with 2 decimals and another cell with 4 decimals. You have to remove all the blank lines, subtotal lines, total lines from the data. You have to perform these steps for all the tables that you wish to import. As with the Excel import, you can import multiple worksheets at the same time. And finally, the spreadsheet has to be closed during the import process. This is the Excel spreadsheet we'll be importing into IDEA. As you can see, we've already formatted it based on the prerequisites. The first row contains the name of the different fields. Also, all the data has been formatted properly. And if we scroll through the file, we can see that there's no totals, subtotals, total fields. There's no total field at the very end. So it is just one block of information that is ready to be imported into IDEA. Now that we've verified that the spreadsheet is in the proper format, we'll import it into IDEA. To do that, we make sure that the home ribbon has been selected, and then we select desktop to bring up the import assistant. We'll select Microsoft Excel as the format, and then the browse button to select the Excel spreadsheet. I click on Next, and that'll bring up the Microsoft Excel dialog box. First off, we have an area where we can select the shields to import. If there have been multiple sheets within the Excel spreadsheet, we could select each of the sheets or decide which sheets we want to bring in. Also, we have the option to say that the first row is field names. As we know from looking at the spreadsheet that in this instance the first row is field names. So by clicking on that, it brings up the information that was in the first row and that becomes the header information. We also can decide whether or not we want to import empty numeric cells as 0. So if there's any number cells that are empty, we could decide to put in zeros. I'm going to leave that blank for right now. Once I've selected all this information, I click on OK. And that brings in the Excel spreadsheet. So as you can see, if the Excel spreadsheet's been properly formatted, it is very, very simple to bring into IDEA. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you.